Dre 4 years older than me. You feel me? So when I'm 17, he 21 going to the feds.
Was he was locked up when you linked up with Kyrie?
Yeah.
And
that's why the first time Dre was heard coming home from the feds was on my album.
Mm-hmm.
That's the I can talk cat off fish wagon.
Or sell Eskimo ice at a high price and get him twice. Man, I'm that nice and games my merchandise.
That's why it was like, man, I'm not tripping. I don't need to be on the song. Nigga, Dre on my album, your first time being heard since you back from the feds is on my album. Man, let the nigga do what he gonna do.
Fresh out the motherfucking fatter rallies and my folks is giving me love on his album.
You feel
Dude,
me?
How did that happen to where you were the one debuting Mac Dre's return back home, after all these years?
I was a Kyrie artist.
Okay.
So that was a Kyrie idea that I didn't have no reason to have a problem with. Now, say I wasn't who I was, it might have been an overhead where Kyrie said, "Oh, we gonna debut Mac Dre on your album," and you might have, "I don't want Dre on my album," or whatever. It might have been that, but it wasn't. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So
since we're talking about that track, I wanted to talk about the recording of the album too. Dubee, aka Sugawolf, the classic debut album of yours, this legendary. But Game I'm Spittin', right? Standout solo track on your solo album by Mac Dre. So you said it was Kyrie's idea. Were you there at all when the song was recorded or written? What was that like? What can you tell me about the creation of that song?
Man, when Dre did the talking part at the end, I'm not knowing what the fuck he gonna say. When he like, "Young Dubee, big old pimp, you." I'm fresh out the federal rallies and my Cuddy giving me love on his album and whoop, how he gave it up to me. I'm like, nigga, what motherfucking more could I want? I don't need to rap. You know what I mean? So it was like, shit. It was like, like the stars aligned and, it just happened the way it happened and it happened right.
So you were in the studio, like, getting ready to hop on the song?
No.
Were you in the studio while he was recording it?
Yeah, I'm listening. Like, ooh, he going. I'm just watching the process. Because I'm still a student. As far as I done came in the rap game at that point, to be there with Mac Dre doing whatever, I'm still a student. I'm taking notes. Like, Cuddy did that. The recording process or whatever. All of that. I'm taking notes, and it's like the memorabilia of and the nostalgia of the moment of I was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like that was big.
So was this like a plan between Mac Dre? Did Mac Dre and Kyrie plan this while he was locked up and kind of?
I don't know.
Okay. Thinking like.
I don't know.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know.
Okay.
Cause I mean, you gotta give Kyrie his credit. Because Kyrie was lining up at that point. Kyrie and Dre was planning on doing debut, bring Mac Dre, reintroduce Mac Dre album, reintroduce him to the public. So it was like, okay, boom, we gonna get him ready for you on this.
That's so crazy, dude. That song is so legendary. I've introduced Mac Dre to people with that song. And I've like showed them, and that's the first Mac Dre song they ever hear, and their minds are blown.
I mean, think about it. How did Kyrie introduce Mac Mall? My Chevy on a Mac Dre album.
It's one of his methods.
You know what I mean? So, plus it was a good thing.
That's a smart idea.
Why wouldn't
you? If you have
a
record label, yeah, you just.
But you feel me? If you got a big dog from there and this one of his little dogs, it's only right. And for me, it was like I wasn't the big dog. So it would have been different if the roles was reversed and, you know, Mac Dre album was used to introduce me. You feel me? But for it to be the reverse, you know, which that was just based on the circumstances. I happen to have an album finna come out right now, and Dre happened to be coming home right now. You know, that's why I say, yeah, that's why I say it's like the stars aligned.
Yeah,
it just worked because it worked. You know,
for real, it hella worked.